Have you ever been to Bearwood, or know about the business trade there? If so, you'll know there is one shop that has progressed through the decades. In these times of businesses going and shops closing in local communities, this story shows that through all the struggles, one business has made it through 40 years. It has seen ups and downs on Bearwood Road, with many businesses opening and closing on a regular basis. I, Jack Collier, have been speaking to Graham Williscroft, owner of Maureen's Florist, about his business over the past 40 years and his thoughts on the change of Bearwood over that timescale. So what was the area like when you opened 40 years ago?
It was great. Really, really busy. I can remember looking out up the Bear and people were walking in the road to pass one another. That's how many people was. But now, you can count them on one hand. And I just feel so upset about it all that the councils are not bothering to do anything about it. They're not trying to do anything. And I think that's the hard part, when you put all as many years as what I have into the place to see it all deteriorate. It's terrible.
So how has floristry changed over the years?
When I first had it, there was people queuing outside waiting to come in. The counter trade was fantastic, but now it's just deteriorated terrible. It's all the supermarkets, and they say they don't want to interfere with small businesses, but they do. It's just sheer greed, and that's what it's all about. They couldn't care less about the small business.
So what have you noticed most about the change of trends in the trade?
When I first had it, we sold a lot of plants, gift plants. Then we sold bouquets, baskets, fresh baskets. Then the trend went to dried flowers. Nothing like what we do today as regards to modern stuff. When I like hand ties, boxes. There's loads of the baskets seem to have died off now. Gift baskets seem to. It's nearly all stuff in water. That's the trend at the moment. People want to come in and pick it up and go. They don't want to mess about.
Have you had any high profile or celebrity clients?
I've done flowers for Neil Diamond, Princess Anne, Lady Mayoresses of the West Brom, Midland area.
So what were the flowers you did for Neil Diamond, Graham?
Flowers I did for Neil Diamond was a frog with a crown on, and it was a massive big thing. I had to hire a wagon for that to get it on, and that had to go to the NEC.
I'm sure you have taken many requests for flowers over the years, but what is the best flowers you've done, and what is the strangest request for flowers you've had?
The best we'd done was the owl. That was absolutely fantastic. And the strangest thing we'd done was a cigarette for somebody who died of cancer, which I thought was, that's not.
What is a typical day for you as a florist?
The typical day as a florist is getting up at 4 in the morning, going down to the market, going all round the pitches, picking all the flowers that I want. If they haven't got it, you're walking halfway around the market, coming back, and then you're here then for the rest of the day till about 5. It could be 8 o'clock at night. You don't know. You never know from one day to another. It's nice to go home when they come early, but when they don't, you've got to stick it. You've got to do it.
Has there been any struggles in your time?
Yeah, when I first started, it was very hard. I nearly finished when I first started. For the first 10 years, it was a struggle, really hard. Doing what I do now, I wished I could have done it years ago. And being in the situation that I'm in, where I'm dyslexic, it makes a big difference. When everything is just word blindness, and that I just had to go on what I could remember or try to remember, and that, but it was hard. I had to go to court at one stage about my VAT, and that was really hard. But I've got over it. My solicitor that I had, he didn't know my situation because I wouldn't tell anybody my situation. When I got to court, they asked me to read something, and I said I couldn't read it, and the judge said, what do you mean you can't read it? And then I told him that I was dyslexic, and my case was thrown out because I didn't know what I was doing as regards of reading or anything. So my case was thrown out, but I would never go back to that again. Never. So embarrassing. And that's what makes me more determined to do the things that I do and what I like.